Hello ladies and gents and welcome to the Sheffield United Way. I'm outside Hillsborough where Sheffield United have just taken it to Sheffield Wednesday and beaten them 3-0 on their own patch. Now, it's raining. It's really bad actually. Believe it or not, it's really bad. So I'm going to try and make this as short as possible. We absolutely hammered them from start to finish. I think they had a 5 or 10 minute period right at the start of the game where they tried to come at us a little bit, but you know, they were nowhere near the quality. And I went on calendar earlier on in this week and said that if we took it to them, it could be 2, 3, 4-0 today. And it could have been more. It could have been 5, it could have been 6. We were that good. And they were probably the worst Sheffield Wednesday team I've ever seen, if I'm honest. In my lifetime, United against Wednesday, even in the League One season, I think that team was better than this one. They were absolutely diabolical. Some of the touches, some of the passes, they just looked like a team that had never played together, and they looked like a team that were, you know, towards the bottom end of League One. They let us have all the ball, they didn't press us in the slightest. And I know I'm giving a lot of stick here, I know I am. And there's a lot of reasons why Wednesday are so bad, but I expected a little bit more from them today, if I'm honest. I know Wednesday fans will, you know, always play down their chances against us with us being superior to them in the footballing aspect of things. But today I realised that they are a really, really poor team. And I'm surprised they've actually done as well as what they have this season. I think they beat Portsmouth not too long ago. They've been picking points up here and there, and I don't know how they managed it, if I'm honest. And it also shows that we've just been really poor this season too. Like, we should not be in the bottom 3, and we're still in the bottom 3, and that's our own fault. We're still in the bottom 3, and you know, we shouldn't be. Look at that quality. Even Cannon getting on the score sheet towards the end. He had all that space and just kills it into the far corner. What a day. Well, it doesn't feel like it right now. It's absolutely throwing it down. There's no one left. The Wednesday fans left right on the third goal, and I don't blame them, to be honest, because their players gave them nothing today other than a Max Lowe shot from 3 miles out that went into their cop, I believe. Yeah, should have never done it. Shocking, but we enjoyed it. The celebrations at the end felt quite muted, in all honesty, and I think that was mostly down to the fact that we were just so much better than them. So much better. I think the only thing that Wednesday really had was getting stuck in. And they did do that. And fair play to them. They gave it as well as what they could do. But it was nowhere near the level that we're at. And I know this sounds like I'm bragging, and I shouldn't be, because they are far and away the worst team in this league. And they're going to finish bottom by a long shot. And that's not down to the players, that's not down to the manager, it's down to the fact that they've, you know, been sold a dream by Transarea, and then he's taken all the money away and they've ended up like this. It's a shocking state of affairs for them. But when we're coming to Hillsborough and that's what they're serving up, it's it's not good enough for the fans. And really, I didn't feel like celebrating, in all honesty, because it felt like kicking a little puppy dog. It really did, because they were, other than Bannon, I thought Ingleson was okay. I thought Bannon was everywhere. He just did everybody's job. And like, fair play to him. I have actually got a lot of respect for Bannon, footballing wise. And yeah, but other than that, and Amas, I think it's Harry Amas at left back. He was decent. But other than that, we just ran riot, and we were by far the better team. I think if we'd have been playing like we did last season and had that confidence of last season, we would have won 5 or 6-0 today. And you know, 3's good. And I was just looking, the last time a Sheffield United or Sheffield Wednesday team won in the Steel City Derby by 3 goals was 1964, and that was Wednesday beating United 3-0, I think it was. 1964. That's what Chancery's done to Wednesday. 1964, because we don't normally have high-scoring games, and really, on that, it felt like that should have been a more high-scoring game, because we weren't clinical enough. I think I've been told by lots of people watching it on the TV that Tanganga got brought down, should have been a penalty. I also got told that Ings' goal wasn't offside. Bamford, when Tariqi's going through, lays it on a plate for him, tries to do a cute little flick that the keeper saved. I think it was Ings latched onto a terrible back pass that he should have put away. Cannon got put through one-on-one and tries to dink the goalkeeper. He should have really scored in that one, but I think he just pushed it a little bit too far. There were so many chances, so many times we could have scored, and we messed around with it on the edge of their box towards the end. It's like everyone wanted to score. It was like a Sunday League game. It really was. No, it was worse than a Sunday League game. And if I'm honest, I don't think United were particularly as good as what we can be either. I think it was really mediocre from United, and the fact that we've taken a 3-0 win playing mediocre just shows how bad Wednesday were. I don't want to keep going on about Wednesday because they were poor, but I'll talk about some of our players now that I thought were really good. Ben Mee just absolutely locked everyone up constantly. Every time the ball came over, he was, up there, first to the ball. Despite his lack of pace, he just reads the game so well. So Ben Mee was fantastic. I thought that Peck and Riedewald were good in the midfield. Riedewald was incredible for me today. Got stuck in, knew exactly what it meant to be playing in a Sheffield derby or a Steel City derby. Someone called me out about that the other day for calling it a Sheffield derby. Apologies, Steel City derby. And Riedewald was fantastic, and he really deserves his shirt. And I think we were looking at it today thinking, is Riedewald the right man for this game? And he certainly was. He was fantastic. Really, really well played to the lad. A couple of extra bits and pieces that people probably didn't know about. Sat two seats next to the lad that I was sitting next to was Ryan Brewster. He was trying to stay incognito for a lot of the match. He had his scarf over his face and his hood up. He was trying to pretend that he wasn't there. They were singing "Who Put the Ball in the Wednesday Net" and Tyrese Campbell's name after, and I were like, "Go on, give us a song," because obviously it's, he could have been in the crowd singing his own name, but not many people would do that. John Fleck was there in the away end. Paddy Kenny was there in the away end. I'm sure there were other ex-players there too. They were just the ones that were on my side, and it's just fantastic to see. I think it just shows what a community club we are, when so many former players are wanting to come back and watch the Blades. And I know it's always going to be the lads that have done well here, like Paddy, like Flecky, but Ryan Brewster as well. I know he only left last season, so he'll know a lot of the lads still. But he didn't particularly have a great time at Sheffield United. A lot of people still giving him stick and stuff like that. But he obviously got the goal last season here. And that's gonna, he's gonna hold that close to his heart, I'm sure, and that'll be one of the reasons why he came to this game today, I'm sure. But yeah, it was fantastic. It really was. I had a bloke when the second goal went in jump on my back and kiss me in the eye. I think it was. My contact lens nearly came out. I was like that for a while. But that's what a Sheffield derby does to you, doesn't it? It's despite Wednesday being rubbish and despite the muted celebrations at the end, it's still a great occasion to beat your bitter rivals, especially when you score 3 goals and they score 0. So yeah, it's going to be a nice to walk into work tomorrow celebrating. I don't know how I've ended up standing where I have for so long without a Wednesday fan coming past and having a go at me. So yeah, fun times. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gents. I tried to do a vlog, but I was, a little bit late to the game. I think I got here with about 15 minutes before kickoff, and it all felt a little bit rushed. I didn't end up doing half the things that I wanted to do. But hopefully you're enjoying this one. Hopefully Dylan's managed to get some fans doing the fan cams, and we've got loads more content to come out for you. Including Ollie's match ratings or player ratings hopefully tonight. So thank you very much for watching, ladies and gents. Absolutely buzzing the fact that we've won 3-0 away at Wednesday. This is going to be remembered for a long time, I'm sure, just based on the score. Yeah, wait. Before I go, got to shout out Tyrese Campbell, because who cares if you can't last 90 minutes? If you're going to score 2 goals like that and go through one-on-one and finish your dinner, you deserve all the respect in the world. And I haven't really talked about Tom Cannon's goal either. What a fantastic strike that was. And right at the end, when we all stayed to cheer the lads, Cannon came over and he's like tapping the... Oops. He's like tapping the badge. That was right where my microphone was. He was tapping the badge, and do you know what? As badly as he's done for us, it's nice to see that. It really is, and it kind of, I had a little bit of flutter in my heart for the lad. So you never know. This could end up being the catalyst for Cannon turning into a really good player for the Blades. You never know. You never know. 3-0. You love to see it. Thanks for watching, ladies and gents, and I'll catch up with you very soon. Up the Blades.